Good afternoon, this is Dr. Saul Goldstein. The opinions expressed by these two, fellows, colored folks, may or may not be the opinions of their employers, or mine. Holler at me.
People look at you like user, sell a drug or other losers, man, who the abuser? They don't know about the stress-filled day, baby on the way, man, bills to pay, that's all that. Yeah, cause I don't drink Tangerine. Anyway, yeah, welcome back, second to none, here at Bar None, 245 South 5th Street. That's right, here. I'm C-Dub, it's my man Ken Masters, and we ready for the second half of the show. Second to none is where we get it done. What up, cuz? What's on the agenda for tonight?
Yo, we got a couple articles, all three relating to Springfield.
That's right. That's what's up.
One kind of like Springfield, Greater Sangamon County.
Gotcha.
And then like two like that are just like Springfield centric, right?
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna give you a second to think about this, and give you an idea. Well, I'm gonna give you a second to think about this, and you can tell me if you want to dive into the Springfield specific ones or like Springfield, Greater Sangamon County.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's get it. Let's start off with the Springfield specific. Okay, and if we got time, then we'll go into the Springfield, Sangamon County greater area.
All right, so do you want to start off with a recap from last week's tourism director, or do you want to, well, because we got an update on that.
Right.
Or do you want to go with the old marina?
Let's go with the old marina, and then like maybe jump back if we got time, because I think I heard some information on the radio about old girl and her paycheck. So yeah, let's start off with the marina stuff, cracking going on out at the lake.
All right, so here we go. All right, the byline on this from the SJR is the Springfield Aldermen reject office plan for the old marina. Have you heard anything about this?
Just a little bit this morning, man. Actually, I was riding around and I'll be listening to 1450, like old man radio, you know what I'm saying? It's all right. I'll be listening to Sam Adonia, who labels himself the Great White Saint. Get the fuck out of here.
For real?
Yeah.
For real?
It's only because I'm bored, you know, and I don't want to listen to fucking BBR and that girl that says like 50 times in one sentence.
Yo, I think I've got footage from that radio station.
And then even like 99.7 too. Everything out of her mouth is like, and then you know what I'm saying? And then like, shut the fuck up, bitch. You're on the radio saying like every fucking 2 minutes. That's terrible. So anyway, so yeah, that's why I listen to 1450, man. Because I'm really waiting for ESPN radio to come on.
Yo, I think I've got some footage from old man Sam on 1450.
Yeah, old Sam Adonia.
You want to hear it?
Not really. I mean, yeah, turn that up. This is San Antonio right here.
Not the yellow kid.
Yeah.
That's
him. Yeah, I heard him this morning. That definitely sounds like a great white Sammy. But whatever, man. That's what's hot in Springfield right now. The great white Sammy.
All right.
So anyway, yeah, I heard something about it this morning, how they rejected like some development going on out the lake, or the lake area, which is going to do nothing but generate revenue for Springfield.
All right, yeah.
Our wonderful aldermen rejecting revenue generating projects.
Okay, so here we go. All right. Damn, you're right, bro.
Yeah. And I'm gonna. Yeah, okay. I got something else. Yeah.
How about that?
I got something else on deck too. Chuck Redpath, is like the he's the forefront on this issue to block this development.
Oh, boy.
You from the north side, dog. You live in Twin Lakes. What are you blocking shit going on out on the lake for?
Oh boy, oh boy.
Like, I used to hang out, but like, I've been over to your house, dog. You live in Twin Lakes.
Hey, actually, hold on a second.
Okay. Okay, so check it. That's how Ken called me out with a story. You know, I'm a North Ender. That's what it is. So, you know, I grew up on the north side, man, and hung out in Twin Lakes with my man Jay. Dreadlock Jay in here. You know what I'm saying? Try to get you going off the Guinness. But anyway, Jay used to stay over in Twin Lakes.
Okay.
So, like, when Jay moved here from Painter, I was the first person he met.
Okay.
He sat next to me in class. So anyway, we found out like we lived in the same neighborhood and whatnot. So we used to hang out, man. We lived in Twin Lakes. I lived in Head Valley, and it's like a 10-minute walk, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the alderman, Chuck Redpath, also lived in Twin Lakes, about three streets over from Champlain.
How about that?
And for some reason, he seems to be the person that's taken the forefront to block these revenue-generating issues out on the lake.
Oh my God, this is terrible.
Dog, you from the north end. Like, leave them lake people alone. They really don't want you out there. Anyway, Chuck. You know, yeah, anyway, Charles Redpath, a.k.a. Chuck Redpath, the alderman from the north end. He also tore down the basketball courts at Fairview Park and put a parking lot in there. Because, you know, I guess he didn't want the brothers playing basketball over there.
Paradise.
I don't know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so Chuck Redpath, he's from the north end, man, but he's like making it his mission to block this development going on out at the lake. Dog, you from the north end. Like, cut it out, man. Cut it out. Anyway, live your truth, Chuck.
Yo.
So go on with the article, man. Go on with the article. He's blocking development for, what is it, housing? Well, no, not housing. What, office space out on the lake.
Yeah, so here we go. Let's kick it to the article.
All right.
All right, so you know the drill.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Alderman unanimous. Back up the soul train. Alderman. Yo, I need to fucking put that on the.
You don't even treat me with them shits. It's all good.
Alderman unanimously voted Tuesday to reject rezoning the old marina on Lake Springfield to accommodate an office building, spurring applause from lake residents.
Wait, applause from who?
The lake residents.
Lake residents, which basically means old ass white people.
How about that?
Just saying.
All right. Oh well. Throw a few shots at these old white people.
Yeah.
The kids will throw shots in the schools in a few weeks.
Yeah, right. There you go. Yeah. It's
That's
about,
alarm. That's alarm.
Okay. Hold on.
tis the season. Yeah.
Somebody else called the fire department.
Chatham, Rochester residents, beware.
Okay. No. This shit gets real. This shit, like, I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, fucking, all right.
Let's keep it simple. Like, so they want to develop some office space and, you know, bring some business out onto the lake in the old marina.
Yeah.
And the alderman in Springfield shot it down.
Yeah.
Correct. So what was the vote? Like 6-3, 7-2.
It was unanimous, bro.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, somebody's definitely getting greased off of that one.
Yeah, everybody voted against that shit.
Wow.
Okay, so the project, here we go.
Yeah.
So this is where you get the real fuck shit, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So the project, which would have changed a building that had been A, vacant,
Right.
and B, dilapidated for years.
It just kind of sounds like Springfield development as a whole.
The project, which would have changed a building that had been vacant and dilapidated for years into an architectural design firm's office, sits on several acres of land owned by City Water, Light and Power, and was contingent on zoning relief. Okay. So the land is zoned low intensity residential. through a variance granted in 1991 with this lease that allows the land to be used for a marina, a restaurant, a bait shop, or a boat fuel station. Which is not being used for at all.
Right. So why not rezone, rehabilitate the building, remodel, fix it up, get some business, some revenue coming through the building instead of it just sitting there about to probably blow down the next tornado season comes through here?
Yeah, all right, here we go. Oh, here's why maybe.
All right.
Okay, the land is being leased by Springfield resident Chris Waymeyer. You ever heard that name before?
No.
Okay, who has a mortgage on the property and has had a hard time developing it because the city will not allow him to subdivide it for multiple residences.
Okay.
So, apparently what I'm gathering from this so far is that old boy, Mr. Waymeyer here, has a lease on the land.
Right.
He wants to put maybe some apartments or some shit on there, but the city's like, no.
Denied.
Yeah, you gotta put a single residence on it, right?
Right.
Okay. So, here we go back to the article. He decided to offload it onto Luke Shute.
Who?
Luke Shute.
Luke Shute. Okay. So
The owner of Renewtech.
Renewtech. All right.
All right, and Renewtech.
Jeff, see you, bub. Have a good night. Keep
Go
going.
Hydra.
See you this weekend. Yeah, Red Skull. Either way.
All right, Renewtech, a company that produces and promotes the use of bamboo in building products.
Okay.
Okay, so Shute said the office he has helped plan would attract talent for his company to Springfield, while being a model of what his company does. In February, Waymeyer submitted a petition for zoning relief and was approved by the Springfield Planning and Zoning Commission.
Okay.
But he withdrew the petition upon facing opposition from the city council.
Sounds typical.
In the weeks since, Mayor Jim Langfelter
My bad. Yeah, that's all right.
pressured by aldermen, threatened to revoke Waymeyer's lease, a first for CWLP leases, if he didn't clean up the property in 30 days.
What?
Waymeyer's building has accumulated $50,000 in code violations.
Okay.
Since the ultimatum, the property has been cleaned up, and Langfelter said he will not recommend revocation.
Of course not.
Okay, so several Lake area residents and Ward 1 Alderman Chuck
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, Charlie.
have been dead set against commercial development coming to the lake, which they said was for homes, recreation, and wildlife. They spoke out against the project and passed out photos of wildlife in the nearby conservation area that might be disturbed,
All right, go ahead. Okay.
along with residents, professional staff at Springfield Sangamon Regional Planning Commission, CWLP, and the city's traffic engineer all recommended that the city deny the petition.
Okay, I guarantee homeboy that got the fines, the property owner, I guarantee he got them for having the grass too tall, weeds growing, and all the rest of that wildlife type shit.
giveaway.
I guarantee that's what the fines were for.
Yeah.
So how you gonna act like now all of a sudden you want it to be about wildlife preservation?
Yeah, giveaway.
So look, Chuck Redpath this morning on the radio said, yeah, we want everybody to know that we're keeping Springfield's waterways clean. Man, you know they call Lake Springfield Lake Lepto? Don't get out of here, dog. Like that's the
How about
nastiest.
that?
most disgusting lake in Illinois is Lake Springfield.
Oh boy.
Fuck out of here,
It's
man.
not even a real lake, is it?
It's man-made. Like, it's a man, it's like, I think it's the largest man-made lake in Illinois.
Wait, what?
The largest man-made lake in Illinois.
Okay, so it's not.
No, it's not just, I mean, Lake Springfield was made with machines, like earth-moving machines.
Yeah, giveaway.
That's why, like, they didn't put no rock, like, and when they did it, they didn't put rocks on the bottom, so that's why it's all nasty, murky. Like, it looks like a creature from the Black Lagoon to come up out of there, dog. It's disgusting. But, like.
Nobody wants to tell the truth!
Lake Springfield is nasty. It's
horrible.
Nasty, dog. Nasty. Like, I don't eat fish out of there. I like fish, but I won't eat fish out of Lake Springfield, man. They got like 5 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot, like catfish down there at the hot dish by the CWLP. And let's not talk about all the lawsuits and funny business going on out at CWLP.
Yeah, giveaway.
Man, cut that shit out, man. Change the zoning. Let's develop this, turn it into an office space, get some revenue generating up in there. Like, why does it matter if the property's not being used, it's just sitting there, and you give a dude a fine for having the grass too tall and weeds too long, but you're talking about preservation for wildlife sanctions. Bullshit.
Yeah, giveaway.
And we're not keeping Springfield waterways clean. Like, it's disgusting, nasty. So, you know, whoever fell for that shit listening to it on the radio this morning, you're not too bright. Just throwing that out there.
You know who fell for it?
Old ass white people that don't look. Oh, bingo! Yeah, the great white Sandy.
You know exactly who fell for it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. Like, but it's hell of apartment complexes and shit out on the lake now. If you go out towards, if you're going out to Chatham,
Yeah.
and come off 55, you know, it took a while for them to come around and let them start developing all of that property that was not being used and just like storage for boats,
Yeah.
and wildlife, whatever, man. Like,
Well, I mean,
that just goes back to what I was talking about like a month ago, with all these old ass people that are in charge of Springfield that don't want to come around to like new ideas and like, you know, fresh new ideas to generate revenue, get Springfield out in the forefront and not just always doing shit that they see being done in other cities. Like, let's get ahead of the game a little bit.
That's it, bro!
Alderman.
Yeah,
Like, instead of alderman, it should just be olderman.
Oh.
The Springfield Alderman City Council. There we go. That's a new name for it.
Yeah, because for real, like, nobody's going out to Lake Springfield for the beauty of it, right?
Yeah, don't nobody want to go out there.
So, like, anybody who wants to build some shit, yeah, like, anybody who wants to build some shit, like, around Lake Springfield, why the fuck not? Like, at this point, just why the fuck
I'm all for it. And, what was the Ironman triathlon? That they don't hold that event here anymore. Why is that? Chuck Redpath, because Lake Springfield is disgusting. You're not keeping the waterways clean.
That's it, bro!
Get out of here, man. Yeah, didn't somebody die, like some flesh-eating disease out here, like when they did the triathlon?
Nobody wants to tell the truth!
Terrible, dog. Whatever, man. Anyway.
It wasn't because of the water, Chad.
My bad.
It wasn't because of the water.
Healthcare. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, giveaway. Yeah, giveaway.
It was because of development. Yeah, whatever, man. Like, all right, like I said, Springfield Alderman, do your thing. You're ruining Springfield. Old ass people.
Okay, speaking of the Springfield Alderman, second story we've got tonight. The Springfield Acting Tourism Director stays for now.
Yeah, she getting her paycheck. I saw that, man. They told her it wasn't nothing personal. They were afraid that her experience in the tourism industry wasn't going to be up to their standards. So that's why they wanted to veto her her job and take the money and spread it out into other organizations and other projects. That's what they told her.
Yeah, she was getting $100,000 a year.
Yeah, she was like, oh, okay, I understand. I was like, what? Man, they didn't want to pay you because they nominated somebody that stabbed them in the back, quit the job 2 days later, and they was just scared to hire you. Like it was totally personal. Don't get it effed up, Karen, or whatever her name was. But you know, she did the right thing and said, okay, I understood, and blah blah blah. So she get that $100,000 paycheck. So you know, it's all good, Karen. Do your thing.
So sadly, you guessed the wrong white woman name.
Shit. Susan.
This white woman's name.
Jennifer.
Close. That's close.
Amber.
This white woman's name is Janet.
Jen?
Janet.
Oh, Janet. Oh, okay, right. I thought you said
Classic white woman name.
Yeah.
Classic white woman name. All right. Anyway.
Right.
So I believe her name is Janet. Yeah. Here we go. Janet. Her name is Janet.
Miss Jackson, if you nasty.
Woo!
Hey yo.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yeah. Sorry, Miss Jackson. You ain't getting no check. No. All right. That's all right. Yeah. No, she was like going along with the good old boys club and like let them treat her and whatever, man. Stand up for what you believe in.
We will apologize all over again.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, she's gonna be getting paid. She's gonna be getting her paycheck here soon.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. With Springfield heading into the summer tourism season, the fate of the Springfield Convention and Visitors Bureau Director is still uncertain. Citing an immediate need for leadership in the department, our dear leader, Jim Langfelter, appointed Benedictine University Springfield Campus Director, Janet Kirby.
Oh, wait. Like the mayor appointed her, right?
Yeah, giveaway.
Okay, all right. I was just making sure. That's what I heard.
Okay. So, yeah, he appointed Benedictine, which is actually no longer a thing in the city.
No, it is non-existent, but okay.
Okay, so he appointed Benedictine University Springfield Campus Director, Janet Kirby, as acting director starting mid-June. Which is a year-long appointment that doesn't require Springfield City Council approval.
Wait, it doesn't require approval, but they can shoot it down.
Yeah, so this is why they tried to defund it, right? Because he was going to give her the temporary appointment, and the only way they could figure out to stop the shit was to take the payment away from her. So technically, if she wanted the job,
she can get the job, but she just can't get paid. That's effed up. Okay, yeah. So that sounds like volunteer work.
How about that?
All right.
Oh boy.
Well, maybe she might show up for 3 days instead of just 2, like homeboy that y'all appointed the first time.
yo, if she showed up for a week, she would be twice the tourism and conservation director as a whole boy.
Man, that's funny shit. Like, so you can get the job without getting approved by the city council, but you can't get a paycheck unless the city council approves it.
Yeah, because I think the city council has ultimate decision over like appropriations and shit.
Yeah.
Like the same way, like the state way the governor can run around spending all the money he wants to, but the bills aren't going to get paid unless the legislature like appropriates it.
Right.
Like yeah. So I think it's kind of like the same concept.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Once again, I'm out here freestyling, so these might not be facts.
It's all right. It's close enough, man. That sounds good to me.
But I mean, that's why we
co-sign from the audience.
That's why we put the disclaimer at the beginning of the show.
That's right.
Because this might be a fact-free audience.
Fake news.
Fake news. Hey yo.
So anyway, let's see. An attempt to prevent Kirby, who Alderman said lacked the necessary tourism experience,
All right.
from filling the job failed during Tuesday night's city councilman meeting, but Alderman will have another chance at the next city council meeting. 5 aldermen co-sponsored an ordinance that would eliminate $100,000, the amount of Kirby's acting director's salary, from the personnel line of the SCBB budget, But since the measure was put on emergency passage, it required 8 votes for approval.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we already crossed that bridge. So basically, they just made up some shit to revoke her paycheck.
Yeah.
What it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Without all the technicalities and shit, but that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
And like, what are the requirements to lead the tourism bureau? Like, did they list any of the requirements for the experiences needed for this position?
I think you have to run the mile in under 12 minutes, right?
Oh yeah. Or what is it? You gotta climb the Hilton.
Yeah. You gotta do
You gotta climb the Hilton staircase in under a certain amount of time.
Yeah. You gotta do the stairs from the Hilton.
Yep.
You have to successfully be able to like run in heels.
Yeah.
Like,
and then swim across Lake Lepto without dying.
Yeah.
Let's see, other like wonderful tourist attractions that bring people to Springfield.
I think you have to have like the Pokemon Go app on your phone.
Yeah, that's probably one too. Definitely it.
Like, yeah. I mean, these are very stringent qualifications,
Yeah.
bro.
No, that sounds great, man. That sounds great. That's why Springfield is moving forward. Not. Yeah.
All right.
Whatever.
So here we go. The sponsors, your homeboy, Ward 1 Alderman Chuck Redpath.
Charles. All right.
Charles.
Charlie Redpath.
Ward 5 Alderman Andrew Proctor. Ward 6 Alderman Kristen DeCenzo. Ward 7 Alderman Joe McMenamin.
Who?
McMenamin?
McMenamin?
And Joe McDonald's.
Yeah, right. Black Arnold's.
Yeah, and Ward 10 Alderman Ralph Hanawar, I guess,
All right.
voted to cut the money. As did Ward 2 Alderman Herman Senior.
Okay, well, guess you ain't getting paid, chick.
No, because it took 8.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
4 aldermen voted against it. And since the ordinance failed to get 8 votes, it will follow the regular city council procedure at the next meeting when it only needs 6 votes for passage.
All right, well, there's hope.
Yeah. So what it's
There is
looking
hope.
like, hold on, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what it looks like is that by the time they get the vote to do this, she will be on the job for like a week or so.
Right.
And then they'll have enough like votes to be like no, because it'd be like regular procedure and not like emergency or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
So Langfelder announced last week he would appoint Kirby as acting director after his original pick for the position, Scott Dahl, quit after 2 days,
48 hours.
citing a personnel matter.
Yeah, you suck.
Yo, bro, do you realize that this dude quit faster than it would take you to realize that you had an STD that didn't burn?
That is amazing. That is amazing.
48 hours, bro?
So before you even get the drip,
Before you even get the drip.
or the crusty draws in the front.
Well, he said he had a personal matter.
Yeah, I bet that personal matter was chlamydia.
Should we give a round of applause for the clap?
Come on, man. Yeah, everybody look at it. Yeah, it's all right, man. Whatever.
over the counter treatment for us.
Yeah. Bro, how you know about the over-the-counter treatment,
I'm
Roger?
asking.
We're not.
I don't know.
Probably not. You know what I'm saying? If I had to take a guess, probably not.
I don't know, bro. I just know I got insurance.
Yeah.
Like,
Ask Scott Dole. Scott
ask
Yeah.
Scott Dahl.
Right. What he did to get rid of his chlamydia within 48 hours.
Personal matter.
Yes.
Personal matter.
Agreed.
All right, so Alderman had enthusiastically approved Dahl,
Yes.
a longtime Illinois Hotel and Lodging Association employee, to replace Gina Gimberling,
Gina.
who left in January for a job in Little Rock, Arkansas.
There you go. Banging in Little Rock.
You
see that? That's that shit. Yeah, gangs are taking over Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah, well, that's why she left.
Yeah.
That's why she left. She had to go vice lord over all the games.
Bloods and Crips in Arkansas, dog. Mostly Bloods.
Hey.
Chief, yeah, right on Pyru all day. Either way. Let's get it.
Alright.
You just got all quiet and shit. Yeah,
Who's Big Peter?
Yeah, I don't know anything about this gang shit.
Big firm. It's alright.
Alright, so Langfelder said he decided to go with a quote-unquote acting director instead of opening a nationwide search because there were 11 months left until the mayoral election, which could bring an administration change, and fewer candidates were willing to quote-unquote roll the dice.
You mean vote for him?
Yeah. So basically, he's worried about his job.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm only going to bring in somebody acting.
I tell you what, Langerfelder, ain't that a cologne, like Langerfeld? Anyway, that shit stink.
Sounds like some shit you would buy at fucking like Bergman's, which happens to be going out of sale right now.
Yeah, you go to Bergman's and get them deals, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking, you could probably buy some Langfelder.
They got some Langerfeld on sale for 30% off at Bergman's.
Right next to the Brute.
Yeah, that shit smell like
It's a juice.
mosquito repellent and lime juice. It's fucking terrible, dog.
It smells like some shit my grandfather would slap on his face after he shaved himself with soap and a straight razor, bro.
Close the pores up, dog. Burns them shut. So yeah, Langfelder, you're probably not going to be back for another term. Just throwing that out there, bro. So whatever you're doing to preserve your job, it's probably not going to work. You suck. Throwing that out there.
All right, we got a quote from our dear leader.
All right.
The reason I acted on Janet Kirby is because we were coming into the height of the convention season with the summer months.
Okay.
I looked at who I could bring that could provide that leadership with regards to that department.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of word salad there. I have no clue what that fucking means. It's no fucking clue.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. In an interview, Langfelder said Kirby would bring stability to the department while bringing together community stakeholders to create an SCVB advisory board.
Did you say STD?
No.
Oh, my bad.
No.
SCE. My bad.
SCVB.
Oh. HPV.
Yeah. This is the new shit that the kids have.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Like if you're under 35, you have to get vaccinated for
For
SCVB.
SCVB Bureau. All right. Whatever.
All right. So in an interview, Langfelder said Kirby would bring. All right, wait. How do I challenge the great SCVB staff we have to raise that level, that expectation, as well as bring partners together to work towards convention and tourism as one? I think Kirby brings that component to the table, whereas I could hire somebody with tourism experience, and you are just rolling the dice. You don't know what you're going to get.
Well, apparently you didn't get the vote from the rest of your aldermen, so another bad decision from old Oz.
Oh my God, this is terrible. Yo, this cat said he could literally hire somebody with tourism experience, but you don't know what you're gonna get. Isn't the fucking Springfield, what is it, SCVB, Conservation and whatever board, what is this shit?
I don't know, sounds like a sexually transmitted disease to me.
Convention and Visitors Bureau Director.
Right.
So this person is supposed to be chiefly responsible with heading the tourism board, and he literally just said, I could hire somebody with tourism experience.
But I'm not going to.
Because you don't know what you're going to get.
Well, you know exactly what you're going to get if you meet the qualifications of the position that you're hiring.
So he couldn't find anybody to run the mile in under 12 minutes.
So he found someone that could ride the mile in less than 10 minutes.
Okay.
Whatever. I'll be fair to the dipshit.
Oh, here we go. DeCenzo has worked in the...
Terrible.
Did I skip something? Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Aldermen who voted for the ordinance spoke highly of Kirby, but didn't think she had the experience or education to be tourism director. Damn.
So you can go to school for tourism director?
Damn. They also noted that she lived in rural Sangamon County.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Like, so, I mean, I know what it means. Hey, you should have hit that yodeling, that redneck song. Yeah. You should have hit that shit. Rural Sangamon County.
Okay.
So that's basically where she from and what she about.
Yeah.
And they said, like, since that's what she was about, she couldn't have that job.
Well,
According to the skin zone.
well, city code mandates department directors live within city limits.
Whoa. But the police don't have to live in Springfield. The fire department personnel don't have to live in Springfield.
They're white with pensions, bro. They do whatever they want.
Sorry, yeah, okay. Karen, Hasera started that. Oh yeah, that was a little cheap shot, wasn't it? Yeah, right. Bingo. Okay. Either way.
Speaking of the fire department,
Yeah. Nah, she did away with Springfield city employees having to live in Springfield to get a paycheck in Springfield. Because she didn't live in Springfield. She lived in Rochester.
how is that not a conflict of
And
interest, bro?
she was the mayor, so it's Springfield, dog. It's who you know, not what you know around here.
Yeah, that's
You know?
true.
But yeah, so she made it cool for the police, fire people, city employees to live in all of these raggedy ass towns around here, but still enjoy the benefits of getting a paycheck in Springfield. Hey-o, right on, that's awesome.
So
Whatever.
Kirby has said she would move to Springfield. The mayor asked her to stay for more than a year, though. So she was going to take this $100,000 and not live in Springfield the first year. But she was like, "Yo, if I get this job full time, I consider moving to
She
Springfield."
gotta find her a gig, and you get her a house, or not a gig, but get her a house, and that ain't something you just rush into.
Yo, man, St. Nick's has some fucking vacant apartments. bro.
Yeah. Oh man, she can't be living in St. Nick. She got babies.
I don't know.
Look and see, man. That's probably an article.
Yeah, no.
I'm just playing, man. You ain't gotta do all that research. But I'm just saying.
I ain't doing that much research on a woman named Janet.
Janet
Kirby.
Kirby.
Yeah, Janet Kirby.
Miss Jackson, if you nasty.
That lives in rural fucking Sangamon County.
Sorry, she got some babies.
Yeah, we got like 6 if she's out there.
Oh, damn. Shit, that's an odd number to throw out.
What?
6 babies just because you live in rural Sangamon County.
Hey, man.
All right, no, I'm with you.
I mean, if you were a real farmer, what else are you doing out there?
Ski.
Than like having babies that don't fucking work on the farm.
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. You know, develop your land.
My grandparents were farmers and they had 12 kids.
That's what's up.
I mean, they needed all the hands they could get. It was fucking all hands on deck.
That's what's up, man. Fuck all them fields.
If you were a real farmer.
Suck that corn.
Yeah.
Fucking beans. That's what's up. I'm all about reproduction. Don't get it fucked up.
Hey, I like to practice.
Ski. Well, yeah, don't we all?
Okay, so DeCenzo has worked in tourism industry for 15 years and said industry professionals all over the state have called her to question why Langfelder would hire someone without tourism
She lying.
experience.
Guarantee she lying. Ain't nobody called you. She lying.
Fake news.
Right, straight up. All right, my bad. Keep going.
All right, she implored Langfelder to reach out to aldermen for help and noted she could have given Langfelder qualified recommendations for the position. For me, who's been involved in this industry, it's built on relationships. It's been very frustrating to watch. DeCenzo told the mayor, "There is nothing against Ms. Kirby. I'm frustrated with you." McManaman said he wanted Langfelder to open a national search for a candidate, despite the possible short-term nature of the job. Since there are several vacancies in the SCVB, McManaman said the ability to choose staff should belong to a long-term director. Even though it's 11 months until the election, if you've done a great job, a solid job as mayor, you've got to act like that and go out and recruit as if I deserve re-election, McManaman told the director. We don't know who might step forward, what good people might step forward to lead our tourism effort. Though Ward 8 Chris Thalen had concerns about Kirby's high salary, he voted against the ordinance, along with Ward 3 Alderman Doris Turner, Ward 4 Alderman John Fugazi. That's John Fugazi. sorry. Fucking it. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. That's what it looked like. John Fugazi. And Ward 9 Alderman Jim Donovan. Thalen said it was the mayor's job to hire and fire directors, not the aldermen. He noted that there was nothing in city code that requires the SCVB director to have certain credentials. So there are no credentials for this job.
Well, I think if, you know, the leader of Springfield says you got a job, then you got a fucking job.
Yeah, giveaway.
I don't know. But let's also keep in mind, the Cinzo, she was the one that said that the owner of the wet bar was being unfairly treated when they took his liquor license away.
Homeboy.
So that's how much she knows about what's going on in Springfield.
Homeboy.
Shut the fuck up.
Homeboy.
Just saying.
How about that?
Either way.
All right. Let's see. Even if aldermen are successful in slashing the SCVB personnel line by $100,000, Budget Director Bill McCartney said there was enough vacancies for Langfelder to keep Kirby on anyway. However, to do so, Langfelder might have to forego the long-awaited hiring of a sales manager.
To sell what?
Ass?
Crack?
I don't know, bro.
All right. Yeah,
tourism.
Yeah, all right. Sell. Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think people are just going to stop coming here because we don't have a sales manager.
Okay, so in an interview, Langfelder said he had a lot to do on how to consider on how to move forward. Everybody that comes before the council as a director, they want the support of the council. You don't want animosity. That's what I have to take into consideration. Langfelder said he might offer a contract instead of a full-time employee's position, which could cut down the costs and assuage some aldermen. Langfelder can offer contracts under $25,000 without city council approval.
Man, I am not filling out an app for that job.
Nigga, what the fuck?
That's awful. 125 G's, man, I can make more than that doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
I can work for my uncle. There's boys in the hood. Shout out. Either way.
Kirby said she wasn't opposed to having a contract and said if it was short term, it would give aldermen time to see that she would be able to do the job well. I'm definitely interested in doing this, and if it means I have to do it short term, I'll do it, Kirby said.
Stop kissing ass.
With Kirby's position in limbo, Langfelder said he's not worried about Springfield being promoted to tourists because of the work of the agency HIP Advertising.
H.I. what?
HI.
H.I.D. Cater. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which the city has contracted with to market Springfield to the wider area. I don't think when people travel, they don't think, well, who's the director of the Convention and Visitors Bureau? Like Delta said.
This is true. All right. Good point, Oz.
You know, that might be the really shit you said in fucking 4 years.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I think that they look at what the community has to offer. And that's what we got.
All right, cool. That was a fucking terrible article by terrible leaders in Springfield. Get her chick the job, give her her money, and all y'all old fogies. I bet, you know what? I bet Janet is probably 10 or 15 years younger than all of the older men sitting on the council. And they really just don't want no fresh blood in the mix, man. That's just kind of how I'm going with this, because y'all a bunch of old fuckers that suck at your jobs, pretty much. This is what it is.
I don't know. She looks kind of old, bro.
Okay, well, look, all right, maybe she is. I'm just, I said, that's just my take on it, man. I don't know. I might be wrong.
She has a PhD.
Player hating degree, boom.
Oh.
Hey-o.
So.
PhD in what? Obviously not in tourism.
Let's see.
Yeah, she old. She old.
She has a doctorate of philosophy in organizational development. I don't know what the fuck that is, bro.
She a cougar.
Yeah.
Straight cougar. Saber-tooth tiger.
Yeah, so she was hired by Benedictine in 2017. Alright, I think that's it.
Okay, well, yeah, that's a terrible argument.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, that's it, bro.
That's it, bro. That's it, bro. That's it, bro.
Party's over.
Party's over.